There we are at the movies. Two perfect strangers here to see the new Avengers. Bob clearly doesn't really know what's going on, but Steve's here all the time. There they move on to the kiosks. Quick, let's get our tickets, they think. They move on to seat selection, both of them thinking that they're about to book the final ticket of the movie. They're so excited. They move on, process payment. They're both presented with a confirmation screen and collect their tickets. While in the queue, Steve says, I wonder how the events of Infinity War will change the Avengers. Bob says, I literally have no idea what you're talking about, man. Bob moves on to go and watch the movie. Steve isn't so lucky. His ticket gets rejected by the ticket scanner. The manager says, forgive me, sir, but you were double booked. We will be glad to refund you. How does free popcorn sound? Excuse me, says Steve. There must be some kind of mistake. I used a computer. Am I being punked? Am I going to meet Ashton? I do not know this punked. Free drink? Sacre bleu, I cannot keep giving out drinks. I will meet with the DBA, but tomorrow. I am a little tired.
The next morning.
Roger, I cannot understand the constant double bookings. I thought computers didn't make mistakes. I see how you might think that, but we were on a budget, and we didn't have the time to include concurrency control. Let's talk about the outdated system and what happened. Both Bob and Steve arrived at the kiosk to book tickets for the same movie. The kiosk runs a query on booked seats because neither of them completed a transaction. The query returns that there is one available seat. Bob and Steve book and pay for their ticket, but because Bob took long to make a payment, his transaction is processed after Steve's. As a result, the seat booking is overridden, and Steve's ticket is not associated with the booking. His ticket becomes invalid. When the manager scans Steve's ticket, the system will say there was an error. And now, the new system. A reservation entity has been added to the database. The query for available seats changed to include bookings that have already been paid for, as well as reservations that have not yet been paid for. A timer of 30 seconds has been added to the seat selection screen. If after 30 seconds the selection has not been made, the reservation is cancelled. A first-in wins locking mechanism has been added. This means that the first person to navigate to the seat selection screen will get a list of available seats, while the second person will have to wait until the timer runs out, the booking is cancelled, or the transaction has been processed. During this time, the system will display a please wait message. If after a transaction has been processed or the reservation cancelled and there are no seats remaining, the second person will be shown a no seats available message. Otherwise, the system will display available seats.
3 weeks later.
It took some time and a lot of effort. It is very difficult to change the system after the fact. It has cost you more to fix it than it would have cost you to make it that way from the start. And if my grandmother had wheels, she would be a bicycle. Bob and Steve returned to the kiosk to book another movie ticket. Bob got to the kiosk just before Steve, and as such he moves on to the seat selection screen just before Steve, who now has to wait until Bob has made a seat selection. Bob moves on to payment, whereas Steve sees an error. It's fully booked. No seats are available. Why can I not watch this movie? This is outrageous. No amount of free popcorn is going to make this okay. Why do you scorn me, cinema gods? Bob feels bad. He says, hey man, I'm really sorry you didn't get a seat. Listen, I happen to get a love seat, and there is space for you if you would like. What a strange occurrence, thinks Steve. Don't mind if I do. You're a kind and noble gentleman. Popcorn's on me. What a positive outcome. Who would have thought? The end!